what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the Vape Cave. Here to do a semi-tutorial for you guys today. To all of my followers on Instagram, this video is finally coming. I posted a picture on Instagram a couple weeks ago on a coil that I had built for my copper TOBH. And I said I was going to do a tutorial when I was able to do it in under 45 minutes. That quite hasn't happened yet, so what I did was I spent a good hour and a half before shooting this video. I built a bunch of coils, and I've got demonstrations on which is proper coil, which is not the proper coil, and how it's supposed to look like, what it's not supposed to look like. And this thing takes forever to do, so if you are brand new to the coil building, I would not recommend trying to do this. Even do the experienced coil builder, this is going to take you a while to do because this is a very precise coil. If you do not do it just right, it's not going to work out for you, and it's not going to be the coil. So, without further ado, let's go down to the table here and let me show you everything about this coil here, guys. So let's take one and go down to the table. Alright, so we are down here at the table. We're going to be looking at what it takes to actually do my coil, which I don't even think I mentioned it in the opening to this, but this is what I call the Pancake Coil. Now, essentially what it is it is a flattened coil. Now, I mean like flattened coil, I mean it'll be flattened like a pancake. And so, you have what I use to build this is 26 gauge Canthal, which you can pick up from Lightning Vapes on eBay or Amazon, sorry. And precision screwdriver kit. I picked this up at my local 99-cent store. So I'm using the 1.4 millimeter screwdriver out of it. Pair of clippers for clipping off the ends of the leads. Pair of pliers. This one here is an old pair that I've had laying around the house, and this is what I used to build this with. And then the atomizer. Now, I'm not actually going to be installing the coil into this, into my I'm not going to be reinstalling the coil into my TOBH. I just want to give you guys a good look at what it looks like initially. Like, coil has been in there for quite some time now, so that's what it's going to look like. But I'm going to be installing it into, let's get this out of here. And be installing it into the good old leaky tugboat. Love this damn thing. Even though it leaks so much, I still love my tugboat. Man. Alright. So, now, the way to go about doing this coil is I took my 26 gauge, my 1.4 millimeter screwdriver. I did 7 wraps on it as tightly together as possible. 7 wraps on the inside, 8 wraps on the outside. And you want to try and get your wraps as close together as possible. You want those things touching. If you have any gap in between your wraps on your coil, the likelihood of this for failure is doubled, tripled, tenfold. Like, you want this to be as close together as possible. And I have a bunch of coils here which to show you how your coil shouldn't be looking. We're going to look at that here in just a moment. So take coil off of my screwdriver, and with the pliers I go through, you want to give it a good pinch to make sure that everything is close together as possible. Give it a nice pinch, and then try and pinch down your leads. Get them to where you can hold them and nothing's going to go anywhere. And find a good spot on your pliers where it's nice and flat evenly. And we want to go through and give it a nice crimp. Now, you want to make sure you don't crimp it too hard too quickly. You're going to bend it out of shape, and it's not gonna flatten right. So you want to give a good even amount of pressure going all the way through it, continuous. So just a nice good crimp. Switch it over. Do it one more time. And eventually what you get, you'll have yourself a flattened coil that you can still see all the way through. That there is pretty good actually for doing that on camera there. Usually that thing takes me forever to get down. So, now I'm going to take you down closer and show you this line of coils here that didn't quite make the grade. And if you go to try and do this coil and you see any one of these, I would just throw it out and start over. So, hey guys, what's going on? Just want to give you a good look at some of the coils that I wrapped that did not quite make the grade. Now I've got 3 coils on the left side that were really close, but they still, one wrap had a small gap in it or something, and it did not make the actual grade. It was close. I'm pretty sure I probably could use it, but I'm not going to. All the ones on the right side there, those just did not make the grade at all. So, if you happen to be trying to do this coil and you see any of the ones in the nice little pile there, discard it, get rid of it, start over. It's not going to work out for you, and that's not the pancake coil. So, with that being said, let me show you the 2 that did make the grade, and then we will go back up top, guys. Alright, and just a quick look at the 2 that did make the grade. These are the 2 that actually did the best out of all the ones that I sat and I built for an hour and a half. That's losing focus there. Now, if you can see, tilted to the side there, you can see all the way through the coil. That lets you know that you had a proper smash in it. So just to let you guys know that there. And let's go ahead and put these coils into my RDA. Alright, hey guys, I just went through and put my coils in here, and thought I did it on camera, but apparently it wasn't rolling. So, here we are now, and I got it attached to my own reader. And let's take a look at what it reads here. So So it looks like it wants to there we go, 0.32 ohms. So decent build, decent ohm rating, I should say, even though it's jumping. Insert it on my box here. You get fire, and always you want to pulse fire. Make sure your both coils are glowing evenly from the inside out. And if you need to heat it, crimp it, so that way you make sure that it starts glowing evenly from the inside out. I want to make sure that both coils are glowing evenly at the same time. That looks good. Alright. Now I got that done, now it's on to the wicking of this thing. This thing here is strictly a cotton cloud. There is no cotton going through it. Everything is sitting underneath it. So take my smallest little flathead screwdriver that I have, and I stuff my cotton underneath my coil. And since I'm doing this on my tugboat, this thing has a huge deck, so I can stuff a lot of cotton underneath here, up in this thing. Alright. Then I like to take my coil and kind of close off, kind of pinch it down over the cotton, so that way it kind of gets a little bit of cotton to come up over both sides here, so it feeds juice to it. And do the other side here. Just stuff in a bunch of cotton. Now, depending on which atomizer you use, how big its deck, how deep its deck is and everything, you may use more, you may use less cotton. All depends on the RDA that you're using here. Alright, now I'll give this one here pinch, and there we are, guys. We have ourselves a wicked pancake coil. And now all we need to do is saturate the crap out of this coil here. And the juice I'm going to be using is a spark plug from the DIY Shack. Absolutely love this juice. Like, this thing here is just phenomenal. Alright, so I just wicked it, I just saturated it, I just soaked it with juice, and now let's give it a little test fire and let's see how this coil performs here, guys. Whew. Look at how she kicks. Man, is she chucking. Well, let's go ahead and throw the top cap back on and take it up top, and let's vape on it, guys. Alright, guys, we are back from the madness that was the table of looking at this tutorial. Yes, I know this was a pain in the ass for you guys to look at and to watch, but trust me, if you want to do this coil, if you do this coil, you will enjoy it, guys. So hopefully you guys do it, and if you do, post it on Twitter, post it on Instagram, post it on Facebook. Let me know. I will be checking out my stuff constantly. Hopefully I see somebody who does this coil. And if you do, I hope you enjoy it, because even though it was a pain for me to build, I love this coil. Like, I love this more than any other coil that I've done. So that's it for me. That's it for the Pancake Coil tutorial. And I'm going to take my last toot for the road, and I'll see you guys on the next video, YouTube.